It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's our visiting team and our home team. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys finally into the win column last week. Now they sit at 1-3 on the year. His counterpart on the other side, the coach of the home team. His guys come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. Alongside Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. The kicker has us set for the start. And off we go from the Windy City. Now an opening past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up third down. They'll run the sneak. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. And they convert on third down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And some fancy footwork there. Able to spin away and get forward for a gain of 4. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again.
The ability to read and then react on this run. That was the key to this play here, Mike, for the linebacker. He's the run-through player, but when you hit it as fast as he does, the offensive linemen have no chance of getting off their combination blocks to account for you. You get through with speed in the backfield, and you take them down for a loss. We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down. And that's just a tough way to finish off what was a good opening drive. And obviously, as a kicker, you have to have a short memory, but you can bet he'll be thinking about that one the rest of the way.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The visitors' offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. Greg, I love the evolution of the NFL. Every 3-4 years feels like things change a little bit. Right now it feels like we're in a running back, running game era. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely. And the league has such a funny way of continuing to reinvent itself. Years ago, 15, 20 years ago, Mike, this was a running back-led league. It was play action. Quarterbacks were under center. And then what offenses realized was the best way to score points is to generate explosive plays, get a bunch of yardage all at one time, because it's very hard to sustain possessions in the NFL. So as a result, they said, okay, what's the best way to generate big plays? It's to throw the ball downfield. So it became a very pass-heavy league, and then now defenses had to answer. The days of the big defensive tackles, the 260-pound Mike linebackers, everyone now on the field had to be able to defend space and defend the pass, and there was a lot more air on the field created by the defenses. So now, as a result, the offenses are saying, okay, we're throwing into all these bad looks, all these teams playing dime and multiple defensive backs. We're now going to take advantage of smaller bodies on the field, and we're going to run the ball at you. So the way I like to classify it is, Mike, offenses aren't running the ball more because they want to. Offenses are running the ball more because defenses are encouraging them to do that and saying, I dare you to run the ball 40 times this game and generate enough big plays to score enough points to beat them. But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable, incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The home team's offense ready for their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. From the 33, here's 2nd down and a yard. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. They get 16 on that connection. 1st down, Chicago.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. 14 on the pickup. 1st down, Chicago.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. If you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down. You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. Putting the tight end in motion. A throw right side is intercepted. And this defense will take over here following the interception.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, they've punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. This looks like a design run.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
He'll get this out to the left flat, and he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
A gain of 17 yards. First down, Chicago.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10. They'll run with the rookie out of Florida. And he's into the end zone.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
The kicking team up for the extra point. He's got it, and his guys will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So, out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. They'll come up to third and 3. tight end going in motion here. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. Back to throw. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Throwing now from the gun. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. First and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So, not quite first and goal. It's first and 10. They're pretty close. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
And time runs out there. He just airmails it towards the bench. Incomplete. You can sense a little frustration there. It brings up third down. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. And you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. And that's going nowhere. Thrown down. Literally and awkwardly, right at the line of scrimmage. Now give on the ground, up the sideline to the 40, and he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. Right back to him on first down. And he will get into the end zone.
A special run, Mike. I mean, it's just rare to have that combination of contact, balance, and strength to not only run through the contact, but then to also have the speed to break away once you get into the open field.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. The kick is good. And his guys will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Visitors 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return, and he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Going right, it's taken in. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 15 yards through the air. 1st down, Chicago.
I love this call, Mike. Defense is thinking run here. It's 2nd and short, so they go with play action. Leads to an easy 1st down. Really well done.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Running these underneath crossing routes, you wouldn't imagine lead to a lot of explosive plays, but when done right, if you can get the receiver in open space and get the ball in their hands, there's a lot of opportunity for big run after the catch and generate chunk plays.
And he gave one man the slip and going to take this one forward to pick up a 3. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7. His receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
1st down, Chicago.
That's a dozen for number 12, and he's got a 1st down as well. Up the middle they go. Yeah. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space, and man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
It is brought in the end zone. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Now, for the point after. He's got it. And the visitors will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this 1st half. They'll come out throwing here to start. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up.
And there was nothing exotic about that. I mean, they were just able to generate pressure without having to bring an extra rusher, and this offense now finds themselves staring at fourth down as a result.
This fielded inside the 35. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Trying to start on the ground. Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd down and 6.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I will be right back. After this, it is 2nd and 6. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
That's into traffic, but taken in. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 20. 1st down, Chicago. Handoff here, up the middle. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. They'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And now where will they mark him? It looks like he's a little bit short, just by about the length of the football. So decision time coming up. It's 4th down. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the visitors get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This will be returned from the 6. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good gain on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down. He'll look to throw. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
It's second down and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. So the move is for the field goal unit here. This is going to be from 53 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 3-point game. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hanson and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hanson with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the second half is about to get underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And it'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. His throw left side is complete. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. 2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
On second down, they'll run. And nice work here. He's got the first down to about the 30-yard line. Here comes the jet sweep. He'll get to the edge, but unsuccessfully stopped there for no gain.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And his guys have tied it at 17.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. One of the tight ends in motion right. Now a run on first down. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. A throw right side is intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. To the air now on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got us.
This offensive line has to do a better job, Mike, of communicating the protection pre-snap, especially on these key 3rd downs. The blitz overwhelms them from the jump, and now they're picking their quarterback off the ground.
On 4th down, out comes the punter, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. That's going to be out of bounds, no return, and the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. Now a give up the middle. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A couple of 1st downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. Looking for his tight end there, but led him too far. That's an incompletion. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down. Special teams on the field, ready for this punt. He's on for the 2nd time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. Now, faking the give. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
He'll drop to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it, and that is incomplete.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
A fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. A handoff as they try to run it here. That's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 2. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st down, and they'll run. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 7. Quickly, and it's caught, and that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. They'll turn and hand this one off, and a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
This defense hitting their ears back, coming to get him again. So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to take the lead here in the 4th. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
17.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he's going to be taken down, but not until he reaches the 20-yard line. That is 2 big pickups to start the drive. 32 on the latest. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. They'll throw out of the gun. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down. That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
The extra point is up and through, and his guys have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll go left side here and complete this one. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Back to the air one more time. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down. They send the tight end in motion. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. That's caught. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 56 yards.
Pretty easy to see why he continues to be a main focal point for this offense throughout the entire game. That play not only extends the drive, but now they find themselves in plus territory and hope to come away with some points.
Now it is 1st and goal. Back to the ground after the penalty. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. Going in the wrong direction. Now 2nd and goal from the 12. He'll look to throw. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that second down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
There's that man again, another catch.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
This one is caught on 4th and goal. They deliver.
Great job here on 4th and goal. The most difficult play to defend, Mike, is scramble pass in the red zone. There's teams out there that create these exact opportunities because of the stress it puts on coverage. That's why it's so critical for these defenses to keep the quarterback in the pocket, because when you don't, it is so hard to latch onto these receivers for that amount of time.
The kick is good. It's the score. Visitors 27, our home team 24.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Now return coming from the 7. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Here's a designed run. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff out of the gun, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
At the 28-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
At the 36-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think that's the sign of a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's already got 2 picks on the day. Certainly doesn't want to throw a 3rd, so good decision. Just throw it away.
Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. And now the punting unit will come up. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. They'll bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Quick throw here is complete. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. Here's 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
He'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
4th down.
That's going to wind up incomplete.
And what a stop by this defense. They know the opposing offense has to go for it right now. There's not enough time for them to get the ball back and get another crack at it. They're trying to get in field goal range, and what a 4th down stop to all but end this game.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win for our visitors. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.